Second practice under the floodlights at the Losail International Circuit, and the first chance for drivers to experience the conditions they'll face during qualifying for the inaugural F1 Qatar Grand Prix. After various driver excursions to the periphery in FP1, race director Michael Massey's team have decided to define track limits by the purple and white curbs. Several cars had their floors wrecked in first practice, particularly at turn 14, with Nikita Mazepin forced to sit out this session due to a severely damaged chassis on his Haas. Valtteri Bottas was one of the first to wander wide under the lights, but it was less the Flying Finn's fault and more to do with his Silver Arrow teammate Lewis Hamilton not being able to get out of his way. Prior to the session, it was announced that a right to review request lodged by Mercedes over the Sao Paulo Lap 48 incident between Max Verstappen and Hamilton had been denied. The news broke during the FIA's press conference with Toto Wolff and Christian Horner, where rear wings were much in discussion, and during FP2, both Red Bulls needed running repairs to theirs. The saga looks set to continue. Antonio Giovinazzi lost a bit of carbon fibre as he drifted wide. The Italian has just 3 races left on his contract, and with Guan Yu Zhou Alfa Romeo bound and all seats filled for 2022, he'll explore other racing opportunities for next season. Pierre Gasly, second quickest in FP1, was another who went off-piste in the twilight. But when he put a lap together, he was a rocket. P2 for the Frenchman at the flag. Both AlphaTauris are showing good pace in Losail, with Yuki Tsunoda also looking mighty fast through the circuit's 16 corners. Sebastian Vettel's main issues were the traffic.
Okay, that was useless. Hamilton didn't get out of the way. Yeah, coming.
Despite further disruption, the 4-time world champion had a fine session for P9, with Aston Martin teammate Lance Stroll doing even better. P6 for the Canadian who missed much of FP1 due to technical issues. Carlos Sainz threw up a cloud of dust as he worked his way through traffic on a flying lap. And his Scuderia Ferrari teammate Charles Leclerc did the same later, but with a little more gusto. Ferrari's decent showing in recent races has helped them extend their lead over McLaren in the battle for P3 in the Constructors' Championship. Lando Norris had a much better time under the stars, having damaged his McLaren on the curbs in first practice. The Briton finally got to grips with the circuit, and his best time was 0.3 quicker than Sainz. But the best time of the day went to Valtteri Bottas with a 1 minute 23.148, the new track lap record. Gasly 0.2 back in P2, just ahead of Verstappen, Hamilton and Norris. Then Stroll, Tsunoda, Sergio Perez, Vettel and Sainz. The Alpine pairing of Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso next, then Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen, with the Williams duo of George Russell and Nicholas Latifi sandwiching Giovinazzi in P17, and Mick Schumacher, the only Haas able to venture out on track.